All right, old school NBA fans, self-research NBA facts. I got another video for you. I want to say thanks to anybody who subscribes to my channel, who watches my videos. I appreciate it very much. I feel like I'm reaching the right people. I make these videos for you guys. I feel like most of the people who comment and subscribe are similar to my thinking, and I appreciate that. You know, that's what it's all about. And if you're going to leave negative comments, I mean, don't be a comment coward. You know, I never went on other content creators when as soon as I saw the description, I knew that I wasn't going to agree with it. So I'm not going to go in there and make some comment, you know, but oh, you're full of it. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, you're dumb, whatever. I mean, why? Why do that? You know, it's cowardice is what it is. If you have that much conviction about a certain topic, put it on video. Put it out there for the world to see. You know, that's what I've done. You know, I was skeptical about doing it, but I have conviction behind what I'm saying. So anyway, this video here is about, heard some chatter recently about Scotty Pippen is a better defender than Michael Jordan. Now that's a close call. It is. Pippen was a great defender, no doubt about it. More versatile than Michael Jordan. That didn't necessarily make him better. How do you really quantify how Pippen was better? It comes down to opinion, right? The only way that I could see to quantify who's a better defender, the only evidence you're going to be able to find, that I found, was steals per game, blocks per game, defensive win shares, defensive box plus minus, steal percentage, and block percentage. That's the only metrics that I could see, that I could find, that would compare a player. And I compared when Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen were on the same team from 1988 through 1997 in the regular season, minus the 94 and the 95 season, because with Jordan not being there all year, it's, you know, with defensive win shares especially, he's going to have way more because a lot of it has to do with your win total. That's how you get defensive win shares. But when you're on the same team, this is actually a better comparison, being on the same team than on a different team. But in all the years, which was 88, 89, 91, 2, 3, 96, 97, that should have been a total of 8 seasons, regular season. Going by steals per game, blocks per game, defensive win shares, defensive box plus minus, steal percentage, and block percentage. There was 60 metrics total. Or I'm sorry, 54 metrics. It was 9 times 6 metrics. 54. Eight. I'm sorry, it's 8. Let me get it together here, people. So, 8 seasons times 6 metrics. That would be 48 total, regular season. Of the 48 metrics, Scottie Pippen led in 12 of them. There was 5 ties, and Michael Jordan led in 31 of them. So a lot more than Pippen, no doubt about it. Now again, that's just the regular season. The playoffs, I threw in 95 and 98, because 98 also regular season, Pippen wasn't there half the year. So it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, because defensive win shares would go to Jordan, you know, exponentially. Now the playoffs is a fair comparison. They were both there all year. The 10 years, the 10 playoffs they played together, from 88 to 98 minus 94, that's 60 metrics total. Steals per game, blocks per game, defensive win shares, defensive box plus minus, steal percentage, and block percentage. That's 6 metrics. Times 10 years, 60 metrics. Scottie Pippen led against Jordan in 25 of the 60. Jordan led in 30 of them, and they were tied on 5 of them. So Jordan narrowly has the edge on the playoffs. In the regular season, it was Jordan, no question. In defensive win shares, since Michael Jordan joined the Bulls, he led the team in defensive win shares in 85. I took out 86 because, again, he wasn't there. But, like, a handful of games. 85, 87, 88, 89, tied Pippen in 90. 91, 92, 93, 96 was all MJ. And it was by a, fairly good margin on all those. 97, Pippen was ahead, 5.2 to 5.0. Close, but Pippen did take him there. And in 98, Dennis Rodman was 5.9 and MJ was 5.4. So the majority of his entire career, vast majority, I think that's what, 10 out of 12 years, or I guess it would have been 11. 9 out of 11 years, it was MJ. So take that for what it's worth. Now, let's look at what did the voters think. So, for Defensive Player of the Year, Scottie Pippen finished in the top 10 in Defensive Player of the Year 9 times. He was top 5 times. He was top 3 times, and top 2 times. Comparatively, Jordan had 10 top 10s to Pippen's 9. Jordan had 7 top 5s to Pippen's 5. Had 3 top 3s tied Pippen, and 2 top 2s tied Pippen. But one of those was the actual Defensive Player of the Year in '88, something Pippen didn't win. Michael Jordan has 9 first-team all-defense with the 1 Defensive Player of the Year. Scottie Pippen has 7 first-team all-defense and 1 second-team. So I'd say based on the voting, you got to give the edge to Jordan. You got to give the edge to Jordan on the metrics. How about career highs? Per game, in steals per game, Jordan's high was 3.2, Pippen 2.9. In blocks per game, Jordan was 1.6, Pippen was 1.2. Jordan also had a 1.5 season on blocks per game. And in steals per game, Jordan had a 3.2 and 2 2.9s, which is what Pippen had for his high. Defensive win shares. Pippen's career high was 6.7. Jordan's was 6.2. You got to give a little edge there to Pippen. Defensive box plus minus. Pippen's career high was 3.2. Jordan had a 4.2 and a 3.4. So his top 2 is better than Pippen's top 1. Steal percentage. Pippen's career high was 4. Jordan's was 3.9. Very close. Block percentage. Pippen's high was 2.2. Jordan had a 2.7, a 2.4, and a 2.3. So again, you got to give the edge to Jordan in almost all of it. Now, in just raw numbers, Scottie Pippen's career high in steals is 232. That's the only one he had over 211 steals. He had 1, which was 232. Jordan had a 236, a 259, a 236, a 234. Those 3 beat Pippen's top number. He had a 227, a 223, and a 221. So Jordan had 6 times over 220. Pippen's got 1. In blocks, Pippen only once had over 100 blocks. He was at 101. Jordan had a season of 131 and a season of 125. Now, based on everything I have here, the evidence to me points that Michael Jordan was the better defender. Now, you can go by the eye test. Your opinion is fine, but if you're trying to quantify it, there's no evidence to suggest Scottie Pippen was a better defender than Michael Jordan. I think it's really close, really close. I think they're both probably in the top 10 of all time, top 12 for sure, and I think they belong pretty close together. But I think Jordan has a slight edge on Pippen as a better defender. I've heard people talk about it. Some people don't want to give Jordan the acknowledgement. I've heard Nick Wright say it. Said he was the 3rd best defender on his team when Rodman was there. Not sure if I fully believe that, but I think that overall, through the course of their career, the peak and the longevity, Michael Jordan was a slightly better defender than Scottie Pippen. I don't see there's nothing else to tell me that Pippen was a better defender than Jordan. There's no evidence. There's nothing you can point to. Nothing on black and white paper, and that's what I'm all about. Yeah, the eye test, I hold a lot of value in that. But even that doesn't tell me Pippen was better than Jordan on the defensive end. Just there's no evidence of it. So hopefully that narrative stops soon, because I don't know where you start the argument with. There's really nothing on paper that Pippen did better than Jordan. So anyway, that's it for this video. I did this information, wanted to get it out there. Again, I don't know where these narratives start, how they start. Most of it is to diminish Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan was a slightly better defender than Scottie Pippen, and there's just no evidence to the contrary. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.